Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talk Gear number 9. And this time again, I have two guests, Mr. Bobby Ang and Tana. How are you guys
Hey
doing
guys,
this evening?
nothing much. Talking to you.
It's been a long day
Okay.
for me too, man. Long day as well. How are you guys feeling? Bobby, how are you feeling, man?
Tired. Very tired.
Very tired. You know what they
I
say?
almost forgotten about this session.
Jeez. You know what's the saying about tired? I'm going to throw a pun since we're all here. And you guys are going to cringe with it. Confucius say, run in front of bus, you get tired. Run behind bus, you get exhausted.
Okay.
How are you doing, man?
Okay. Same lah. A bit tired lah. The weather is horrible. Getting out and getting back in the house just drags you. Okay.
You pretty getting
Oh, நல்லா
not tired lah.
இருக்கு.
The
Shining.
weather has been hot, man. Guys, if you feel the weather has been hot, let us know in the comments you agree with me. The weather has been hot and draining your energy like we are.
It is.
But we have to soldier on today doing this show to entertain you
Yes.
from boredom. Talk Gear.
I was wondering who will tune in to watch at 10 p.m. But every Friday night, you get people to watch. So I think Thomas, you're doing an excellent job, getting people to stay away from their outlets and coming to watch you.
Yeah, I'm trying to reduce the spending in bars so they can join us here with a couple of drinks. And if you're here, guys, have a drink. Let us know what you're drinking as well, right? So please say hi. Please say on the chat. We can read all your comments. Let us know what you're drinking, where you're tuning in from. Say hi. All right, I can see here.
Howdy.
Let's see. Hi, Alex. Hi, Harshuk. Let's see over here. We have Muhammad Tuhin. We have Derek, Keneson. Hey, Keneson. All right. Jonathan, Jensen, Derek. Good to see all you guys. Okay. So, how I met Bobby and Tana is very simple. I went to this thing called Evo Enduro 2019. I didn't know anyone there. All I know is this bunch of crazy people who drive all the way from KL up to Phuket and spend a couple of days with strangers. And I said, I always want to do that trip. I don't care if I don't know anyone. I'm just going to go there. And I had food poisoning. All right, didn't get anyone. But on the last day, I managed to have a couple of drinks and I get to meet some guys. I remember I was at beautiful terrace and I was with Bobby, and then we have a couple of drinks and I was chatting with other people as well. And we became friends and we just kept driving. And then here we are today. That's how I met all of them. We are all car enthusiasts. That's how I got to meet them. All right. Yeah. So Bobby, why Bobby and Tana? We start with Bobby first. What do you tell people? What do you do for those people who may not know who Bobby is? And Bobby, what do you do?
I walk around, film myself, put it up on the internet.
I feel like going there and slap you.
Okay, I've been a motoring journalist since 2008, and since 2018, 17, I began becoming less of a motoring journalist. Anyway, I'm a car guy, and I run evomalaysia.com, which now is under Horizon, and we have fun with cars, and then we do stupid things with cars, and then we waste all our money on cars. That's it. But we meet a lot of great people because of cars. Yeah.
That's true. I wouldn't have met you guys if we haven't come together with love of cars. This is what we're going to talk about today. All right. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Anna, why don't you tell people what you do as well, man?
So thanks, I'm a director of finance for a Australian oil and gas company. And on the side, I like to do about cars. So and I met Bobby through obviously Evo Enduro the drives. And I'm gonna share this story, Bobby. The day you asked me, this is like a handy marriage, you know. So the day after Evo Enduro, I must tell the story. I must. So I'm not sure you know this. After Evo Enduro, I did some videos and stuff. So and then Bobby saw me and I was very friendly and talking to people and stuff. And it was September 14 when we did the drive to Cameron. And then Bobby said, "Oh, you do videos. Do you want to?" I say yes. I said, he didn't even finish. He didn't even say, "Do you want to do video with us?" I said, "Do you want to?" I said, "Yes, Bobby. If you meet me video with you, yes." Then I'll be like, "Yeah, lor." So again, video that I do is purely for passion. It's passion. I love it. I love meeting people like Bobby and Thomas and all the guys there. To look at cars, talk about cars. It's a passion of mine. So yeah, I just love the energy that I get from the family in the Horizon. It's just one of the most life-changing things I've done in my life, besides getting married to my wife, has been Horizon. And it's just bottom of my heart, really.
Yeah, I know what. Thanks, Tana. And I gotta say as well, Bobby, getting to meet car enthusiasts who are nice people, right? First, nice people, then car enthusiasts. I met them a lot in Evo Club, and I've never felt so easy like finding friends and this it's finding a community I feel I really belong. So thanks, Bobby, for creating this, right? So like Tana, I share the same sentiments, and the same thing. Bobby one day say, "Hey, bro, you want to do or not?" I'm like, "I want to do what? I do YouTube, ah." Like, "Well, okay, I do lah." So it's a really, I think it's a really pleasure to be able to expand my passion in auto or in cars, because I find cars so fascinating, and I get to share this with the world. I remember when I was really young, I was reading one of these magazines, and I remember, I think it was one of the magazines. What were they writing? I can't remember which car already, but I was reading the magazine. I was saying like, how would it be so nice to get paid to drive these cars? Get paid to drive these cars. Even if it's a small sum, I don't care. Right? I get to drive cars around and just enjoy these cars. And when I was younger, I love WRX. WRX. And today I'm here. Like wow. So yeah, thanks Bobby for setting this up. And I just want to know that you may think that we're just out here spending money with our cars, but it's really life changing for me, and I think for Tana, I can vouch for that as well. So thanks, Bobby, for that. Yeah.
Hey, wait. Okay. I mean, yeah, thanks. But you like Subaru Boxer, and then you go and buy a Porsche Box.
In my heart, I still always look at Subaru. My heart still feels like it makes me like, oh. I told you that day, right? I saw that the S207, and I was fanboying that car upside down, man, bro. It's behind my Boxster, but my Boxster was invisible for a bit. I just fanboyed that Subaru. Anyways,
wait till you check out the S402.
Okay. Before we continue any further, let's acknowledge some of the friends. Guys, if you're here, let us know you're here. Say hi. I can see Proto Ada. I hope your official account. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Yao. Hi, Baldwin. JT is drinking Aichong Kopi O. He's drinking that right now. Right? Let us know what you're drinking tonight, right? Or what you're having tonight. You don't have to drink alcohol. You can drink whatever you like. Alex is saying he should be partying today, but today he's watching Talk here with us. Thanks, Alex, for joining us. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to Alex's channel, please subscribe to his channel on YouTube as well. Right? He got music. He's a musician. He's a rocker, and he is an awesome driver on his 911, 997. He has a California beautiful car. He has so many cars. He's the guy that inspired. He gave me the confidence to go and get the Porsche Spider because he has one in Mallorca. Thanks, Bobby, for hooking me up to meet him as well. Right. So yeah, Jonathan say he met you through of that. Let us know what you're doing, guys. Hey, Eugene, Mr. Average Savings. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your service for all car enthusiasts. Thank you very much. Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about a simple topic. It's not a formal session like always. This is just a simple topic about our favorite brands and why. And here's the thing: it's not just Bobby I want to talk about, and not just Tana I want to talk about. I want you to let us know what is your favorite brand. And when Bobby and Tana shares their favorite brand, I want you to put your input as well, what you think about the favorite brands. So if you know anyone else who would like to participate in this conversation, you want to just pick your brains, maybe you're picking a new car, picking a new dream car, a new goal, share this video with them. Tag them in these comments below, share them so they come and join this conversation with us, right? Give us some love, some likes down there as well, okay? So, all right, with that, we're going to go for a quick break because I know people are slowly pouring in, okay? Stay tuned, grab your drinks, grab your food, and we're going to come back. We're going to start with Mr. Tana. All right. So I'm going to share Tana's top favorite 3 brands and which is his favorite model. And at the end of the show, we're going to play my favorite game. It's called Dude, Where's My Car? I should change it to Day, Where's My Car? No. Yeah. All right, let's go for a quick break. I'll see you in less than 1 minute.
Okay.
Save about 500 bucks. You save about 1,000 plus.
To work out cheaper for me.
3,000, 4,000.
215, even more.
Facebook for 200 plus. 400 bucks of savings.
Hey guys, welcome back. So we're in episode number 9 of Talk Gear. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have 50 guys tuning in right now. And today we're talking about our favorite brands and our favorite cars. All right. So again, this is not about whether we are driving the car or not driving the car. It's about sometimes you have a certain brand that inspires you, or a certain brand that makes you think differently about life. Right. For me, it did. And a lot of my business principles, the way I look at things, has been inspired by a specific brand I'll share later on. Okay. So this is why we have this conversation over here. We have a different viewpoint of like brands. Okay. So yes, we are here. Let us know you're here. Say hi. Please participate over here. Thank you, Muhammad. Guys, we got Muhammad Shams tuning all the way from Bangladesh.
Yo.
All right. Oh, thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks. All right. Let us know what your favorite cars as well. We have Eugene. He's the Nissan hardcore. I think you know why. Okay. So Tana, what's your three favorite brands?
But the top one must be Porsche, and it's because I guess I don't come from a rich family. I mean, it's a middle class poor family, and I think Porsche has got the story behind how from humble beginnings and how it has come up, how it's performance driven, but yet it's someone anybody can drive. The stories behind Porsche, the engineering involved, Ferdinand Porsche, all the stories behind it inspires me. And if there's any car in the world that I want to get when I grow up when I was young, would have been a Porsche. So that was my dream car to get. And to me, the whole story behind the 986, as you know, was that whole story of underdog. The fact that it was people hate it. If I were to choose another Porsche, it would probably be the 996 Turbo. Because it was an unwanted child, and that's why it makes him want it so much more. You see, so yeah, so Porsche without a doubt is definitely one of my the most favorite brand out there, even more than Ferrari. So yes, Porsche top one.
Any comments, guys? Any Porsche guys around here? Alex is saying I guess something else. But what do you guys think? Let us know what you think about Porsches. Bobby, what do you think?
My view of Porsche is my most respected automotive icon is Ferdinand Porsche, but a lot of his achievements predates the creation of the Porsche brand. The Porsche brand is actually created by his son, right? In terms of automotive figure, he has to be my top most admired person. I mean, if we were to regard all of his achievements as part of Porsche's history, then of course, then there's a lot to shout out of lah. But then, who made Porsche what it is today is actually Ferdinand Piech. It's not Ferdinand
Maniac. That
Yeah.
maniac.
It's actually his grandson. The son of his daughter, Louise Porsche. He's the guy who made Porsche what it is today, or laid the foundations for it, basically. So a lot of people didn't know. Limited slip differential is actually invented by Ferdinand Porsche.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, crazy stuffs. Like the tanks during World War II. The Volkswagen Beetle was because Hitler ordered him to design a car that doesn't need water to attack Africa. Then it became an icon of peace and love.
yeah, the hippies adopted it and became beach buggies, right?
Yeah.
I guess the whole story of coming out of the war, building back from scratch, all that story inspired me. So yeah, so Porsche has got that. I mean,
I started to learn more of that after I met Bobby. He started sharing me more about like what Ferdinand Piak and all these guys are doing with Porsche. But I got to agree with you, Tana. The thing that really caught me about Porsche is the Boxster, because it's the spirit of the underdog. Just that in the most toughest financial period of a company, that you can just shut down and just like, no, that's it, I'm done, right? But they came out with this little thing called a Boxster. Right.
But you know what's funny? The person who created the Boxster or allowed for the creation of Boxster is a name that Porsche doesn't really like to remain in their glorified history anymore. That person is Wendelin Wiedeking, the CEO that they hired in. He was the guy with the vision. He's a brilliant finance guy. So he's the person who like spearheaded the project of Boxster, and that saved Porsche. And then of course Cayenne is also his creation. But then in 2007 he made a huge bet to, of course, with the support of Wolfgang Porsche, which is the current chairman, who I've always is very envious of his cousin brother Ferdinand Piak, and he made a hostile takeover of Volkswagen, right, through the stock markets and all that. And they ended the year with a net profit that is higher than their revenue. From stock markets, net profit that's higher than their revenue. And then the American financial crisis hit, and then Porsche bankrupted, and then Volkswagen, of which his cousin brother had to bail them out and bought up Porsche, which means in the midst of hostile takeover, Volkswagen bought Porsche back. So all that thing. So the thing is, of course, this is veering off topic. For me, I look at this thing from a three-pronged perspective: a brand, or the person, or the cars. So but nonetheless, Porsche is one of my most respected brand. If I were to consider in all the stuff from Ferdinand Porsche, of course.
Yeah, I think some of you may know that I'm a big, huge Porsche fan as well. Let's see over the chat over here. Alex is commenting about some things. What Alex is saying, Tana, since you mentioned 996 Turbo, when you get back to Malaya, I'll loan you my 996 Turbo. Oh, you're gonna do a review on that one, man. You know what? I drove it. I've sat in 996 Turbo with Josiah. Right, he's reviewing. He was test driving because he was looking to downgrade his 997.1 to a 996 Turbo. Right. And my God, that car can really go. It's crazy.
Of course.
And the turbo the lag isn't that bad, It kicks in quite fast, And when it goes right, it's like, but the sound it's not that nice, That's a downside, Yeah.
And then
cool. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Porsche. I'm definitely going to tell you it's one of my top 3 brands as well. I agree with you, Tana. I think I'll share more of why later on, but I do share some same consensus as Tana and some of Bobby's story around Ferdinand Piak as well.
Yeah. So number 2 for me will be Ferrari. Obviously, I think if there's anyone out there as a boy who doesn't grow up wanting a Ferrari, something. I mean,
but why a Ferrari? Why not the Lamborghini? Why not the Lamborghini?
I mean, I think the fact that Ferrari was so determined to its goal of racing that it destroyed itself. That to me is just so true to passion.
Destroyed by Porsche.
Okay, but you know what I mean?
The 917 destroyed it.
I'm very self-destructive that way, because when I'm determined something, I'll do it, and I want it. That's what I want. I'm not giving up. And I think Ferrari it resembles that, you see, because they want to do it so badly. They want, and they'll go for it, So that passion is still there. If I were to buy a Ferrari, it'll be a 328 GTB because Magnum PI, obviously, Moustache, And then number 3 will be a BMW. One of the best I really love is BMW. But for some reason, I don't know why, fate, whatever, I never owned a BMW long enough. I had like a couple of months E1X6, but that's about it. It just never got to me because the one I wanted was unobtainium. It's like things you can't afford because it's too expensive. My uncle had an E30 M3, and it was fantastic. He used to bully everybody on the road. He was the golf pro.
BMW driver.
He was the golf pro back then, back in the 80s, and they made tons of money. So I remember that I'm not sure which Honda it was, but he was the first person in Malaysia to bring in a spoon, like Honda spoon, whatever, like really expensive Honda back then because he made money, cash money from golf tournaments. So he was from that he went to BMW. So being in the BMW, I remember the memories. So BMW is definitely one of the best I want to get into. But my problem with BMW now is that in Malaysia, especially, wherever you go, you see a BMW and a Mercedes. So I'm a lot about looks, and I love the brand, but I cannot come to myself to owning a Mercedes or a BMW because why? Every corner I look, it's another Mercedes and BMW. So I'm like, enough is enough. I need the visual stimulation, which I don't get from those stock cars. That's me. I'm not for the subtle. I know some guys say, "Oh, a subtle look," or look at the bonnet, look at this. It's subtle, but I need that really in your face kind of look, which is why the Boxster, for example, it's ugly. Some people say it's ugly with red eyes. Some people say I love it, but the fact it's so unique and different, like the Fiat Multitua, look up later.
Oh my god! Where's my rosary? I need to hold that right now.
So there you go. And then if I were to put my most favorite car in the world for get, it'll be an Aston Martin DB5. Because growing up as a child, my childhood was with my dad watching James Bond. I love everything James Bond. When I got enough money, I want to buy a Submariner. Today I wear a SKX. Wrong watch.
You like James Bond because he gets the woman all the time, isn't it?
No, because it's like in the world of chaos. No, in the world of chaos, he's a man that he's centered. He knows he's confident. He's a gentleman. And just so much confidence, oozing personality, the way he speaks, he'll go like, "I'm Bond, James Bond," like
he's the worst spy.
The worst spy was it's Bond there.
He's the only spy that goes around announcing his real name to everybody.
Anti-spy.
Spy.
And spies are supposed to poison or backstab people, Then he throw up big explosions or racing on the street. He's more Rambo than a spy, in a way.
So there you go.
My God. Let's check out the comment box over here. But anyways, thanks for sharing. So Tana's first one is Porsche, Ferrari, and BMW. Let's check out some of the comments below over here. Alex is saying Toyota, the biggest car regret was Land Cruiser.
Wait, once again, Alex says, how can it be ugly? I say it's not ugly. To me, it's beautiful. But people say it's ugly, which I don't think it is. People can't appreciate being different. I think people, the moment they make a Porsche in a certain fashion, people are fine with it. Small change, they're like, "Oh, the world has come to an end. It's horrible," So I find it beautiful, Alex. And please let me drive your NSX Turbo. Thank you.
Can't wait to see your face melt when you throttle that car. Let's see over here. Tiban Naidu, thanks for watching. Tidam, thanks you for keep watching this Top Gear. Favorite brand is Volvo. After inspiring stories told by Bobby. Volvo actually came from the word roll, because they are a ball bearing company inspired. I think someone's going to share about this later on. Yeah. So that's Volvo. Volvo is a super interesting story. So much heritage in the company. I love that company. Let's look at the comment over here. Ganeson, definitely a Porsche. I heard a little bit told me he might be getting a Porsche. We'll see. All right. Let's see over here. Got Porsche design. Got Mazda. Where are the Mazda guys? Small company, go against the flow. Big NA engine, non-CVT.
One of
You
my
know what?
favorite.
When the RX-7 came out, my dad thought was revolutionary. It was like the rotary engine and stuff. I thought was just daring, so ballsy coming the rotary engine. Yeah, yeah. I remember I was playing what's that? Gran Turismo. And my dad always talk about. He said, always buy the RX-7, then the tail happy car.
You know, guys, there was, you know, that when the car making industry started, everybody has their uniqueness of how they make cars and their thinking and all that, right? Very few car makers, especially in the mass market segment, can retain this stubbornly. And Mazda is one of them. That they're just so different, the way they think, the way they do the things that they do, and they stood by it, and that calls for a lot of respect, Mazda. Yeah. I've even visited their R&D facility in Hiroshima, and I tell you, it's mind blown, the things that they do. They design a track to let you feel what is the connection they mentioned about when they talk about man and machine, you know, the whole Jinba Itai thing. In fact, a lot of car makers have like R&D division, they have drivetrain division, blah, blah, blah. Mazda has a Jinba Itai division. That division is solely devoted to research and develop things that improve human-machine interaction when you drive your car. So they have a small track that they asked us to test. They gave us a Nissan X-Trail. They gave us an Audi Q3 and then the Mazda CX-5. And then they just tell us, you follow the road, and when you see a sign, you try your best to keep that speed. And then you see another sign, you try and keep that speed. No matter how the road condition is, try and keep that speed. So it's very interesting. There are twists, there are uphill, there are downhills, but when it shows 10 km/h, all of us are able to modulate our throttle, keep the car exactly at 10 km/h while the car is negotiating uphill or turn or downhill, whereas it's damn difficult to do the same thing with the Q3 or the X-Trail. 10 km/h, 20 km/h, 30 km/h. It's just amazing. You will never brief on how to do it, but you saw 10 km/h, you try and keep 10 km/h, you were able to do it with the Mazda. And 20 km/h, we were able to do it, but we couldn't do it with the Q3 or the X-Trail.
Wow.
And that's just one small thing. And then that time, my trip was to experience the GVC or VGC. I don't know what they introduced in their cars now. At that time was still
GVC,
prototype stage. So I was then I also asked the engineers, hey, why your CX-5 road noise so loud? Have you improved in the new one? We were supposed to test the new one that time. It was still undercover as well. And they were like, oh, later you get to test. The old one, because we believe tire noise plays a part in improving your driving experience. And then true enough, I was given I was supposed to chase an MX-5 1.5 on the track with my CX-5, right? So I was driving the old CX-5 2.5, and then later on I was driving the new CX-5 2.5. I was able to chase the MX-5 easier with the old one solely because I can hear my tire noise. I can hear when it begins to lose grip.
Yeah,
you know,
screech.
the subtle ones, yeah. But in the new one, because it's so quiet, I couldn't.
Wow.
Yeah, all these little stuffs are just amazes me.
That's
man.
insane, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Like to
I mean,
think like
that's for another day. But
forefront of development is not the engine power, not the performance, but how it makes you feel. What's it called? Jinbai Itai.
Sorry, what do you mean?
What's it called? Is it called Jinbai Itai?
Yeah. Jinba Itai division. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And you know what? And it kind of shows up with the way the car drives. I mean, I'm not sure about I didn't know about this whole Jinpa Itai thing. No wonder back then when I was looking at the Honda City, right? When you drive the Mazda 2, you know, like wait, hold on a minute. Doesn't feel like the typical Vios or City. Like City and Vios, you know what you're getting. And then the Mazda 2 is like, oh, it's smaller, it's less comfortable. When you drive it, it's like, hey, even in slow speeds, you feel easier to drive the car.
Yeah,
that's insane. So they kept that to hear like how much effort they put in to create the experience. I think
like,
something that we that horsepowers and spec sheet doesn't tell you lah. Yeah.
I think like what Bobby say, the stubbornness they have, it's amazing because they could have sold their soul out and did what everybody else does, you know, sharp eyes and this and that, you know, but no, they're very stubborn to their goal, which is pretty impressive, I guess.
But it's not good for business. It's not good for business. So the new share swap with Toyota is a good thing lah. Toyota can teach them a thing or two about when to be serious, when to make money. Toyota is really good at that. Toyota is the world's greatest car company, actually. Toyota.
How many of you sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just a matter of when Toyota wants to do what or not. It's just whether they want to or not. You know, Toyota is mad. The capabilities of what they can do is crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
There's the guy over here that says is O.O.O. He says, for me, Mazda equals the Porsche of the East. Okay. All right.
Mazda's engineers openly tell us they admire BMW the most.
Oh, really?
They openly admit that. Yeah. They always look at BMW. They admire BMW. They learn and they follow the
I find a lot of their console, their knobs and stuff has got the older BMW feel to it.
Yeah.
The knobs and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not sure with the new 4 Series. I don't know whether they'll remain that statement.
I do a couple of. I think once I said the Mazda is what is interior that the BMW should have come with.
That's insulting. Let's take a look at some of the comments over here. Derek says Porsche number 1, 911 Turbo, Mercedes AMG A45S, and then Nissan Skylines or GTR. That's Derek. By the way, share what's your top 3 brands that you like? Let's see over here. Proton Ada. I hope it's not is it the original Proton Ada? If you do, it is. Thank you for watching. Hyundai Palisade. What's Palisade? And then
the United States. Yeah. Huge, big ass SUV, 7-seater.
Wow. Oh, it's like the X7 kind of size lah.
It looks like an alien. It's crazy. The designs are crazy.
Arshuk Singh, who asking the guys, do you like the S Class? My favorite brand is the Maybach. What do you think about the S Class, guys?
Every car is turning into a Korean car these days. Right. Most of the designs are just. It's the Audi template, you know, the Audi template that was created in 2008 by Walter De Silva. That's a template that almost every car maker, without copying, just try to design something that is safe and easy for people to accept, would sort of end up in the Audi template, which became the Kia template, you know. Every car ends up there these days. Yeah.
Including the S-Class.
Yeah, like even the S-Class, like how BMW influenced car design in the mid-noughties, like the flame surfacing and all that. Walter De Silva's, I mean, we were talking about Chris Bangle of BMW, right?
Yeah.
All the surfacing and all that. And in 2008, Walter De Silva's design practically influenced the most cars until now, you know, the clean lines, you know, how the headlamps, the proportions of the headlamps, the rear lights that just occupy 2 corners like that, you know, everybody sort of arrives there. Not the previous S-Class, you know, but the current S-Class definitely. Yeah, it's more.
Yeah, I find that when I do videos, Bobby, when I do a video unveiling, I hide the logo. And like, guess what car is this? And you have difficulty looking at the car without the logo because Yeah, all the cars look the same, you know.
I tell you
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
I appreciate S classes though. When I travel to India, I
Mm.
love S classes. I love it so much. The suspension is so good, and it helps me arrive at the meeting more fresh. Because when I land, right, that's it. I go straight to meetings, right, and I appreciate the S class. I really do.
You see, guys, our discussion today, right? Everybody needs to have a clear mindset of, like, you ask what's your three favorite brand, and then people tell you their three favorite cars, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm criticizing the design of the S class, but you're talking about the comfort of the S class, which I totally agree with the comfort. So people must be able to differentiate singular topics that we're talking about, actually, right?
Right.
In order to arrive at a more informed conclusion, I would say, because people tend to jumble up things, right?
Okay.
And like, oh, Bobby hit the S class, but it's so comfortable. How can it be?
No, I agree, Bobby. I don't quite like the design of the S class, but
Mm.
as a limousine, excellent.
I do not hate the design. It's just that I just find it.
Sorry, not hate. Like you're
Very
not inspired by it. Not yeah.
very Audi.
But but the utility element of the car, whew,
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Mm.
They're the best at it.
the best of it. Like 7 Series, good. But every time when I arrive at the airport, when the hotel sends me a 7 Series, I'm like, S class.
Thomas, that's because they did not send you a Rolls Royce.
Oh, the one GW Marriott won't send one. They don't have that in the fleet. Okay, Beep, let's look at the last.
Austin, you see, Frenzy Austin said something really, really clear. Hard to have a favorite brand because they always have hit and misses.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's why this topic is interesting. It's favorite brand because it's not just a certain car, but it's like what it means to you, right? That's what it is. Yes.
Yes.
So let's go back into the topic. All right, let's go back into the topic later. That.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at one more last comment over here. But well said, man. Well said, Frenzy. I have to second that one. Third that one. Let's see over here. There's one guy. I think Jensen. Jensen was saying something. Oh wait, Harushuk say Maybach 7 Series and Audi. Oh, everyone's going with car models right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what? We're gonna go for a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about Bobby's 3 favorite brands. Thanks, Tana, for sharing. And Tana, please feel free to also comment on Bobby's. All right. And then and by the way, it's not like whose brands are better. It's about learning. You know, it's about understanding what inspires people. And I gotta tell you this, every time I talk to people who are car enthusiasts, I learn so much from maybe brands I don't like as well. Right. So yeah, this is why we have this conversation. We're just having fun. We're gonna get inspired, right? So with that, let's go for a quick break. We'll come back, we'll talk about Bobby's favorite brands. Right, let's do that quickly.
Really too much for me.
What'll I do? What'll I do? What'll I do?
Welcome back, guys. And by the way, that's Evo Club Car Wash. If you know somebody who has was it A license, right?
GDL license.
GDL license, let them know we want to help that guy make more money because we have investors ready to invest in Evo Club Car Wash. All right. We need people who are able to actually operate the Evo Club Car Wash, right? And so help spread the word, right? We'll find the link. Simon, you want to find the link in Horizon Malaysia and then share it on the chat down there as well. Yeah. Thanks, Simon.
Every Grab car driver has a GDL license. You need to have a GDL license to operate commercial vehicles. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you know somebody who's looking to try something different, to find a new business opportunity, this is definitely one over here. Right. Okay. So let's start with Bobby. What's your 3 favorite brands?
Oh,
Okay,
it's so
before we start,
Yeah.
anyone can guess what's Bobby's 3 favorite brands? Type on the chat below. What do you think Bobby's favorite brands are? Type on the chat below.
Who gets it right gets free Milo Ice.
Milo ice lah. Okay lah. You get all three
next
right, right?
drive.
You get all three right. Thomas will treat you as a. You can taxi with my Porsche Spider lah. How about that? Cannot.
Wow.
Okay, cannot.
Oh,
Okay, lah.
yo.
Okay, what? Why not? You won't drive the car lah. Sorry lah. Unless I know you very well lah.
You see, they mentioned that already, right?
All
Yeah.
right. So you can see the chat over here. EvoMalaysia.com, Evo Club Car Wash. You can find out more information about that. Okay. You have to guess all three right. All three right. Then only can. All right. Okay.
Wow.
So someone says
I really
a lot of Alfa Romeos. I think they know you lah, Bobby.
Okay, Thomas, what is your guess? What is your guess? What is Bobby's guess? How's that?
All right, Bobby. All right, Bing Ching says this three. Let's hear it from Bobby. What is your three favorite brands?
Okay.
It's very difficult to answer, but the easiest to answer is Alfa Romeo, right? I love the brand. I love the logo. I love how the brand sounds, but they haven't been making cars that I like. None. It's just none. I like more cars. There are if you were to ask me to fill up top 10 or top 20 cars that I love most, right? There are way more Mercedes Benzes there than BMW, than Audi or Alfa Romeo. Actually, Mercedes Benz have created more great cars than those brands that I people would thought that I like. You know, so. Yeah, I mean, why? Maybe I should say why I love the Alfa Romeo brand.
Yeah.
What Ferrari is today, like what Tana said, right? Yeah, their persistence to racing, technology, blah blah. You know what? Basically, today's Ferrari is the Alfa Romeo before Ferrari came out. You know, Alfa Romeo is the brand that is exactly what Ferrari is today. In fact, without Alfa Romeo, Ferrari wouldn't have existed, right? And the first car that actually bear the Ferrari prancing horse logo, the Cavallino, is actually an Alfa Romeo. Enzo Ferrari is technically an employee of Alfa Romeo.
Oh.
He raced cars for Alfa Romeo, and he learned, car making, blah blah, and all that from Alfa Romeo.
Wow.
Yeah.
So no Alfa Romeo, no Ferrari.
Yes. So that's why I think I wrote an article back in 2008, 2009 when all the car makers were having problems and Fiat was thinking whether to sell Alfa Romeo or not. Volkswagen was bidding for Alfa Romeo. Volkswagen is actually coercing Alfa Romeo to Fiat to sell off Alfa Romeo, and what is that guy's name? That CEO of Fiat that I really hated. I mean, he ruined the company. I forgot his name. So I said that Alfa Romeo is the brand that is the easiest to turn around for Fiat because they make small, cheap cars like Fiat's cross-platform. They also carry the history of that relationship with Ferrari. So all Fiat needs to do is to stop producing Fiats and change all their showrooms to Alfa Romeo. And within the Alfa Romeo showroom, you can have a corner that sells Ferrari if they want to. Basically, yeah, it's an amazing brand with all the heritage and all that. But then it was all ruined. Same goes with Lancia. Lancia was a great car company, but I hated the brand.
Man.
The brand
they really represented the Italian spirit, isn't it? Lancia.
Yeah. But
the way they do their
Lancia.
rallies and stuff, man.
Oh yes. Lancia was amazing, but also a brand that was I never liked the Lancia brand, the logo, the name, and all that. But then the creations that they did was crazy. And Porsche is definitely one of the brands that I most respect. I mean, mainly because of Ferdinand Porsche carrying that surname, that name, in the 20s, when the whole racing world was dominated by Mercedes-Benz and Audi, which was Auto Union back then. These two car makers turned to Ferdinand Porsche to design their racing cars. Ferdinand Porsche was a small engineering firm that he got the project from Mercedes-Benz, to create a race car, and he also got a project from Audi to create their race cars. And these two were winning like crazy. That's why back then people call them silver arrows. It's a plural. It was a plural, silver arrows. But after World War II, Auto Union was bombed to smithereens, and Mercedes-Benz carry on that name, Silver Arrow, in their racing. And it was silver because every country, I mean, car making started from Europe, right? The whole heritage and all that was there. Right? So it was a national pride thing back then. Much like when every country has their airlines, they call them Japan Airlines, Korean Airlines. So it was a national pride thing. So back then it was also a national pride thing. So every country has their own color, right? UK is green, France is blue, Italy is red, and Germany was actually black. But the Germans were so far ahead from everybody else that they began not painting their cars to shave off that little weight. You know, that's why they became silver. Hence silver arrows, because they were raping everybody else. And the engineer behind was Ferdinand Porsche. You know, the land speed record during the 1930s, right? The crazy Auto Union Streamliner and all that. All those were, and then the Mercedes T80. Mercedes T80 was a car designed in 1939, designed to travel 600 km/h. Was
600 km/h.
Yes. T80. You can search for it. It's also designed by Ferdinand Porsche.
Wait, is it 1960s?
1939.
What?
Yes. And 1937, there's also the Audi Auto Union Type C Streamliner that goes up to 420 km/h, was also designed by Ferdinand Porsche. So Ferdinand Porsche is a mad genius.
Can share like how it looks like to the. I'm particularly interested in this 600 km/h in the 1930s.
Yeah,
right?
it is T80. Yep. That's designed by Ferdinand Porsche as well.
Looks like a spaceship, man.
Yeah, and you know how now Formula One cars, right, where they have the driver, and then the engine behind the driver, and the fuel tank between the driver and the engine. This format. Thomas is not paying attention already.
I'm listening, bro. It looks like like a spaceship.
Plane. Yes. It's the land speed record back then, you know. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, racing for them is easy, you know. I can win races, you know. Let's go to land speed record. Yeah. 1939. Right. So anyway, you know how Formula One cars now, whereby you have the driver, and then behind the driver is the fuel tank, and then behind the fuel tank is the engine. Why the fuel tank is in between the driver and the engine is because your weight distribution wasn't much affected whether your fuel is full or empty. This format, this thing was invented by Ferdinand Porsche as well. So it's more personal achievement that I respect the Porsche brand because of the person carrying the surname, personal achievement, right? And of course, Porsche cars are amazing, lah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just got mind blown. You see what the thing? Every time I hear about Bobby, whether he's talking to someone else, I just stand there and just listen to him talk. Right, I'm picking up so much bits and pieces of car history that is so intriguing. So I don't know, but if you're getting the same vibes like me, like this sense of loves and smash like button and emoticons, let us know what you think about that. Tell me what you think. Well, I mean, I'm getting mind blown.
I mean, I think I told Bobby before. Stories, I love stories, and I think more than just stories. And again, I like a lot of books. I have a lot of books I read and stuff. But Bobby tells with passion, or the emotion of the guy going through behind there. So I do love hearing Bobby tell stories. Like I become a fanboy. This is to hear about all this stuff. So yeah, I'm a fan.
I mean, it makes us appreciate makes us appreciate something more. You know.
I mean, think about this. To drive that car back then to that speed, think about the tire technology. What tire do you use?
Yeah.
You know, how do you think about? There's no computer design. How Where do we begin? Where do we begin about how they did that? You know, it's crazy. You know.
But that
Yeah.
was an era whereby racing drivers regard crashing and exploding as a manly thing. Yeah, that was that kind of era. You know, a lot of romanticism going on with dying in a ball of flame. You know,
Well,
yeah, that was that kind of era.
that's a twisted way of representing masculinity, but I'm glad I'm not born in the era.
Yeah.
Can you imagine we have Evo Club, and then we go drive, right? How many?
He's a
How
man.
many
I tell
times
you.
can you walk away from the flame, man? You know,
Each time
that's
he's a man.
Uluyam will be filled with bunch of cars on the side of the road, all like crashed and then.
Hey, but Thomas, last week there were a few cars on the Uliam Trail on the sides. You saw?
Really?
But there's a Myvi, there's a Saga. No, I mean there were.
Oh
two-
yeah, I saw that. Yeah. The guy
Yeah.
ran straight in, yeah. But
The one burned down. Yeah. So yes.
yeah, but I think if that's the signal of masculinity, then Evo Club would have filled up Genting Highlands, Titikong,
Right.
and also
Sure.
many places a lot of cars.
Yeah.
So Alfa Romeo is number one for Bobby.
Okay.
And then what's the second one? Was it
Porsche.
Porsche.
Yeah, Porsche.
That is the right way. All right. Then what's the third one?
The third one, if I were to clear up my thoughts and because we're talking about brands, right? So we have to consider more fanboyism than the actual products. I would say BMW still holds a big part, but it's greatly eroding now. It's very, very quickly eroding. But mainly because of the previous two I mentioned is more about the history and all that, not so much their cars. But then BMW, my love for BMW is actually stemmed from the way their cars drive, to be honest. Porsche, definitely they drive well, but their history is way more crazier than what it is. BMW is the love of. I never had the love for BMW until I drove them more and more and just love the way they drive. But that was until a certain point. But it's still there now, so I still have that soft spot. But again, just like Audi, all their recent cars just really eroding it away. And if I were to talk in the same respect as what I mentioned about Porsche or Alfa Romeo, Mercedes-Benz is a brand that I greatly respected, and hence why I don't agree with a lot of their I don't know. I mean, sales driven car making. I know that's important, but then could have been done better. But Mercedes-Benz really is another brand that wow. If I mean, the things that I know that made me respect them so much. So someone asked the question, Bobby, would you buy a Mercedes-Benz? It's the same question that the Mercedes-Benz boss asked me. Mark Rain. Yeah. Last time Mark Rain asked me when will I get a Mercedes-Benz, I was like, all your cars that match up to your brand, I can't afford. The ones that I can afford, you did not inject much of what you guys could into those cars. Mercedes have plenty of great crazy cars. It's just that I never could afford them because they are all at a certain point. Yeah, and a lot of people thought I really love Audi. It's very much product driven, especially those products that came out since the 2008 era, the Walter de Silva era. Audi hit all the right points. For me, a car that I would buy, design, interior, comfort, engine, drivetrain combination, blah, 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 everything together. And Audi did the right thing in 2008, 2009, 2010, 11, 12, and all that. And that's why we see a huge growth of the Audi brand. And I kind of felt they are rather stagnant now. The whole brand feels stagnant now. So yeah, these type of questions are very, very difficult for someone like me to answer, because I look at them from various perspectives. Product, person, brand heritage, a lot of things. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't answer the third question.
So, brand wise lah. Yeah. So Bobby's
Yeah.
number one is Alfa Romeo, and then we have Porsche,
And then after that, it's very, very murky already.
and then BMW, and then whatever. But you know what? That's very interesting. And let's see. I don't think anyone got the combination right. Oh, no one got the combination right. Okay, let's look over here. There's so many comments over here, guys. I hope we can answer all the questions. But man, let us know what you think about Bobby's three top. Look, Ng Ziyong says Alfa Romeo Disco Volante.
Yeah.
What do you
that's one
talk
of
about
my-
that, guys? Okay, we talk about what's your favorite car now, Bobby? What's your favorite model? Now we move
Oh
away
my
from
God.
brands. Talk about one model.
Oh my God.
One model.
There's
There's
only-
one.
There's only one model. Okay, I'll give you an example. One of my
saying
first media drives. One of my first media drives in Sepang, right? Invited by Porsche back in 2009 when I just started in the industry, right? And there was a Gymkhana challenge, So the motoring media, we all are split into a few groups, and then we have Gymkhana challenge, and I got first place in my group. So they gave me my prize was a beautiful 997 racing car. It's those whereby you move the steering wheel, the wheels will move, and then when the wheels move, you can see all the parts in there moving and all that. It's crazy detail. So it was in a glass box, and I took out the car and let my son play, and then he destroyed it. And
Oh, no.
And one of my first media drives with Mercedes-Benz, I won the photography challenge, and I was given an SLS AMG model car, and I gave it to Chris Wee.
Wow.
And the only model car that I kept that's still in my cupboard, I don't allow my kids to touch, blah blah, and all that. The only one was the McLaren F1. Yeah, that car is right up there in my favorite car list. But of course, my list of cars. Of course, the McLaren F1 doesn't mean I'm a McLaren fan, and the Disco Volante, the Mercedes SLR 722 Sterling Moss edition, and actually there's a lot of these awkward cars that I really like, and SLS AMG as well. Yeah, there's. I really can't name all of them. There's the ISO, not Revolta. Why do I keep forgetting car names today? Yeah.
It's been a long day. Let's
ISO,
just
is
say
a, ISO is a car
long
brand
day.
from Italy. ISO, ISO. What is that? What is that model? Why do I?
Go ahead and talk. Let me find one for you. ISO, right?
Yeah. There's ISO Revolta, which is not the one that I like. There's another one that I like, but the name just escaped me now. ISO Grifo.
Isophilia.
ISO Grifo, yes.
Grifo.
ISO
Grifo.
Oh my God,
found it,
that
found
car
it, I
is
found it.
beautiful.
Let me share my screen. Yeah.
Yeah, ISO Grifo. That's one of my favorite cars as well. It's just
Mamma mia! Look at the car.
yeah, it's beautiful. All right, there are a lot lah. There are a lot lah. Yeah.
Oh my God! Look at that.
BMW 3 liter CSL. That's also one of my favorite cars. And 3.0 CSL. Oh yes, baby. That's a beautiful car. Yeah. I'm not the one with body kit lah.
Yeah, but this one. Must something more clean than that, right?
Yeah.
Look at that
That's-
sharp nose, man.
That's a lot lah. Then the Mazda Cosmo.
What's that?
Yeah. Mazda
Whoa! Oh my God!
Okay, the original one is beautiful, but the one that I really, really love was the one from the 90s. See the black one? Yunus Cosmo, you see that? The black one? Yeah.
There's 90s written all over this car.
Yeah. Okay, I tell you, this car debuted
Looks a bit like a Sora.
Yeah. This car debuted in 1990, okay, 1990. And just 1 year earlier, the compact disc was created by Sony and Philips. You know, the CD compact disc, right? Yeah, yeah. This car has a CD changer. All right, and this car is from an era where your W124 Mercedes-Benz, the backlight, there's no backlight, there's side lights. You know, the lights come from the side. You know, like your Pasar Malam watch where you press the lights, it comes from the side back then. All right, Mercedes W124's instrument cluster light was from the side, but this car has those Optitron meters that we use now. You know where you shut off the car, it's full black. When you switch it on, it lights up from the back.
Oh, so they
Yes, and this car from 1990 has steering wheel mounted controls for volume.
Wow.
what?
All right. Yes, and it also has a touchscreen GPS monitor when LCD screen hasn't been invented. It has a touchscreen CRT, bro.
CRT.
A
Yes.
touchscreen CRT in
Yes.
1990s.
Yes. You look at the interior of this car, 1990
None,
Yunos Cosmo. Bro, you search the interior, 1990 Yunos Cosmo. Look at the interior.
Was there
My
GPS back then?
God. Sorry?
Was there GPS back then?
Yes. In fact, Honda invented a paper-based GPS. for
What in the
usage.
world are they? Oh my god, guys, check this out. What is this?
Yes.
Look at that.
Wow.
They're
Look
way
at-
ahead of their time.
Yes, 1990s, bro. How
Look at the
amazing.
design. Look at that.
Yes.
The waterfall center console.
Yes.
That's a Volvo, eh?
Yeah. This car is
Mamma mia.
amazing. So if you were to ask me RX-7 or this, I'll take this over the RX-7. RX-7 is just hype for me, at least for me. You know.
Jeez, I've learned so much, guys. I'm mind blown. Guys, if you're mind blown like me, just leave in the chat.
And RX-7 has 2 rotary engines. That one has 3.
What?
It's a three
What?
block.
What?
Yeah, it has 3. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. Wow.
And the Subaru SVX, that's also another crazy car.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that's
Wow.
why I mean, some people say, "Oh, I'm a car guy. My favorite car is R32, and RX-7." Then I can continue his conversation. Supra, right? NSX, right? GTO, right? You know, that's like the, yeah. But there are so much more crazy stuffs coming out from Japan in the 90s than what was
Yeah, quite
immortalized.
contrary to the image of the conservative Japanese.
Oh, I tell you, the Japanese in the 80s, 90s, right? They have things that even car makers now, are talking about. Like Porsche advertised the 992 with the spoiler that moves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1980 what Mitsubishi GTO has that.
Shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
active arrow, bro. And but yeah, every era in every region have their crazy times, right? So the Japanese was in the 90s, the Europeans were in the 20s, 30s, the Americans were in the 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
And I can see the crazy stuffs are coming from China soon. Actually now.
It's really happening already.
Oh,
I was
my
talking to a
God.
friend about Neo and
Crazy.
the landscape in China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they no longer get the chance to occupy a historical romanticism, unlike the Europeans. The Europeans, because it started there, right? The fight for supremacy and all that. That was crazy. Yeah. In
Wow.
Europe. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Mind blown. There's so much I'm learning. Oh, we really 1 hour, man. Guys, we 1 hour into the talk show. Guys, if you're enjoying it, let us know. Let us know what you're enjoying about this talk show. This is what happens because car guys talking about cars and you just forget about time.
yeah.
Hope you're enjoying your time. If you're enjoying your time, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, Bobby's channel, Tana's channel. Link in the description if you're on YouTube. If you're not in YouTube, check out our YouTube channels and come and hang out with us on Instagram as well. I
Bobby,
spend a lot of
out
time
of
on Instagram.
curiosity.
Chat with me. Come and chat
Yes,
with me.
yes, Anna.
Out of curiosity, if you didn't get the Aston Martin Rapide, what would be the car that you would have bought? A car that you want to get now, a current car.
If I did not, I see the thing is this. It also has to be a car that I can qualify for loan.
Okay. Let's just qualify this. What
Yeah.
car will you get now that you can qualify for loan for, and it's the car that you want? How's that?
I don't know how to put it. Okay, there's a combination of, I told myself my cars must be able to bring my kids along, right?
Okay.
And the love for this format of cars came from the Panamera. And you know what? Unlike a lot of people out there, I love the first generation Panamera more than I love the current Panamera. Yeah. Because
you told me don't get that model.
sorry.
You told me don't get the first model of Panamera.
Yeah, I mean it's two different things, right?
I'm not gonna. Oh my god! The first
All right.
model
He was trying to get me to buy the Panamera. That's why.
No, bro, I love that car when
Yeah.
it came out, right, in 2009, 2010, because of its engineering achievements,
Okay.
right? And versus you looking at it now, 8 years later, and
Yeah.
sound advice to friends, you know. For me, the current Panamera, the direction is very clear. You know, they need sales. You know, but back then it was more like a engineering achievement. You know, I remember when the whole world was writing articles condemning the way the Panamera looks. Right, I wrote an article saying that building a Panamera is much harder than building a Lotus Elise. You know, it's very simple to put up some frames and then put a powerful engine behind, and then boom, go. Ooh, lightweight driving feel, you know.
Yeah.
But if you give the brief of Panamera to Lotus, they wouldn't be able to build it.
Yeah.
Even if you give the brief of Panamera to Hyundai, which is a much bigger company than Porsche, they wouldn't be able to build it back then as well, because the kind of engineering achievements to make a car that's the size of your living room, corner like a Golf GTI, is crazy. is crazy.
You know, I gotta tell you something. Although I hate the way it looks, I'm sorry. I just hate the way it looks. There's one thing I really appreciate about the Panamera is that they didn't go down the path of the 924, the 944, They actually really tried to infuse the spirit of the 911 in the Panamera. A bit. It arguably not the best, but they tried it. They that's, I mean, you know what? You got to give them credit for that. They actually tried to bring that look into the car.
But
And,
isn't the
I gotta
problem,
respect
Thomas?
that.
Because they are trying so much to sell the whole 911, you know, the whole romanticism about the 911 in all their cars.
Yeah.
You know, not taking a risk, for example. You know, I saw one watch like really. I mean, they didn't have
It's taking a risk, man. You're trying to create a 911 in a freaking almost like a limousine-sized car. That's a risk, man. Right?
Lamborghini today makes what they call SUVs. It's not a risk anymore. It's like what the market wants, SUV. So,
but SUVs will be the default form factor of cars to come. I think I mentioned this is in one of my articles when I reviewed the Cayenne. Cars when they first came out were all SUVs because you need to deal with terrains, right? You need ride height. And it only became low riding, like our current cars, your A6, you know, my Aston Martin, you know, the 3-box, we call them the 3-box form factor: engine, passengers, and then luggage compartment. It only became this form factor when car makers are trying to race one another. And it was Mercedes-Benz that created this form factor, you know. the low riding 3-box form factor, which is the car that I think is more important than the original Mercedes-Benz patent motorwagen. It's called the Mercedes 35 horsepower. Yeah, and that was because of racing. But now, when racing is no longer as important to prove a car maker's worth, consumers would want something more practical as in dealing with terrains, your pothole, your flood water, blah blah and all that. And SUVs will be the default car. That's what I think. Yeah,
Totally agree. It's either that or pickup trucks.
Pickup trucks, you cannot hide your stuffs. That's the biggest problem. The day I drove the Hilux, I was like, okay, let's use it like how a normal car is. Okay, where do I put my bags? So pickup trucks actually, I mean, the pickup truck makers for our market here should look at the US market, how innovative they are with pickup trucks. To design storage spaces at the side of the bed. So they need to look into all that for us to hide stuff. Yeah.
In the US with the F-150, they have got on top of the tire covers, they've got places to put. But again, it's US because don't look at the pickup truck. It's more like a truck. In the US.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, you know what? To get you an idea what Bobby is talking about, you can go up to I think there's a shop if you're in KL and PJ. You can go up to this what do you call that? There's this place where the Harley Davidson dealer is. What's it called? Somewhere in PJ in front of Jaya One, right? There's this place, Gasket Alley.
Gasket Alley, yeah.
Huge pickup truck. You see that? That's what we're talking about, right? Yeah. There's one on display inside. There's a decoration piece. You get what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So yeah. Okay, we've been talking a lot. It was 1 hour 15 minutes. Okay.
Yeah,
so
we veered too far.
It's all right. It's right. We're learning. Guys, if you're learning something and you're enjoying it, let us know. If you're going to join me in bashing Panamera, let me know as well. But it's a daring design, right? I beg to differ. It's a daring design. Though I think it drives great. Just that you don't drive like where I stay because a lot of nice building mirrors, so you get to see it when you're driving past it. So it's not very nice.
No, it's not that bad.
Oh man, no. I cannot. It's like the Fiat Multipla. The only way to get me in the car is to knock me unconscious and throw me inside the car.
Or make me buy one.
By the way, guys, me and Tana we're doing something really crazy. We're gonna buy a Fiat Multipla because of Top Gear episode number 2. Me and Tana, we're gonna go and find a Fiat Multipla and we're gonna restore it. I'm gonna use my expert detailing skills.
Oh my god. It takes more than detailing to restore the car.
And Tana is gonna flex his mechanical engineering skills.
Yes.
We're gonna restore the
It takes more than that.
And then, check this out. We're gonna take the Fiat Multipla on the Genting Drive and see if he can keep up with his Ferrari, with his Italian friends, like the Ferrari or the Maseratis.
We saw a video online.
Not papers.
The guy was drifting with a Fiat Multipla. So
I don't know, man. Tana, you know what? I make sure my rosary is with us the whole time, so that we get to Genting safely to the top. If you want to find out more about the Fiat Multipla, subscribe to Thomas's channel, subscribe to Tana's channel. Check this out on YouTube. And I'm sure we'll let Bobby and the rest of the team have fun with the car as well. Right? And our goal is that we want to restore the car. We might use it for Evo Club Car Wash. Great proposition over there. I think me and Tana will be great business partners. Or we can even use it for, we can sell it for a charity. So come and support us for a good cause as well. Right? Bobby is just holding his tongue, man. When we announced it in our little chat group, Bobby's face was not impressed. He's like,
and anyone who received a Fiat Multipla as a donation, right? It's a trap.
Bobby, you know what? On your app, there'll be a feature there to book for Fiat Multipla. Pay extra RM1 for car wash.
He's saying Fiat is going to explode, bro. We'll see about it, man. I'm gonna make the car look as good as I can, though I can't fix that ugly eyes of the front over there. But it'd be interesting to polish the front, because it's really,
the lights. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we've got no more time, so we're gonna skip.
What about you, Thomas?
Thomas, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go quick because we're gonna play Dude, Where's My Car? All right. Well, okay.
All right.
my first favorite car brand that I like. Yeah, I think I draw a lot of inspiration, and in fact, is what also drive me to do something as crazy, going to open up my business in India, is Porsche.
Mm.
And it's I didn't know who it was. I didn't know it was Ferdinand Piech, right? All I know was there's this crazy bugger who decided to race the 917 in the Le Mans, right? You got big boys like Ferrari over there, right? And then what I heard was, I know entirely true. Help me if I'm wrong, right, Bobby? Is that there are a few parts. So the first one is Le Mans. They say that in order to race that car, you need 3 liter. Max was 3 liter engines, right? 3 liter.
I'm
Right?
not
To
sure
reach-
about the regulations.
So what I heard was that to reach 5 liter, you have to produce like 20 or 50 of these cars, right? There's a number. You have to produce X
Correlation.
amount of cars to qualify for a bigger CC. And the reason why Le Mans, like FIA regulations, was pressing the CC down because it was too dangerous, right? The cars were going way too fast.
Yeah.
So now I know it was Ferdinand Piech, all right? So what this guy did was saying that, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to build 20 of these cars or 50 of these cars. So he dragged everyone, accountants, everyone, like, build cars. We're going to build this car so we can have a 5-liter engine. So they produced 917. I don't know it's 20 or 50, right? But it's that relentless willing to like go beyond the limit, right? You know, because life is to be lived, right? To and they did it. And I heard the first time they raced 917 really fast. They traveled more than 200 miles per hour in Le Mans. And the car, a lot of them crashed, break down, and stuff like that because the aero was crap. The car couldn't sit, right? And back then, there's no DSC, there's no ABS and stuff like that. So it was horrible. In fact, there's a British guy. I think those guys watch Grand Tour, you know, right? There's a guy that perhaps that drove that car, and a few hours before the race ended, the 24 hours Le Mans race, and he was praying to God that the car would break down because he didn't want to die, and the car broke down. Such a maniac. It's maniacal, you know. And to give you a reference for some of you guys, right? Okay, this is my perspective of mid-engine cars, right? I own a BMW and I went to the Porsche the Boxster, and I started going to advanced driving training. Mid-engine cars, right? When they break traction, they're very snappy. It's fast, right? But the benefit is that you get the feedback fast. You can control you have to stay alert, right? Where the front engine car, because of the inertia, because the yaw is longer, the yaw and pitch is longer, you have time to adjust. So for endurance racer, the front engine rear drive is actually a better setup because you don't have to be so much alert, right? So these guys have to drive with razor sharp alert with these mid-engine cars with poor aerodynamics, poor brakes. I mean, they're talking about 1970s and what, right? And they got to drive it 200. They have to drive it fast for hours and hours and hours. These guys are real athletes, you know. You know, they're mad. Okay, anyways, some of you can see that my energy is going up with this crazy shit. So of course they didn't do well in the first race, and then they finally recruit guys from like Ford and stuff. But eventually they did, and they took down. It's David versus Goliath. They took down Ferrari, right? And
Yeah.
Ferrari had to sell more than half the shares or less than half the shares to Fiat, was it?
Yeah, to fund the creation of the 512, in order to beat the 917, but they didn't manage to
Yeah.
So the company. Yeah.
And to give you a reference, Porsche is this like small workshop, you know, and they're so ballsy. It's so ballsy. It's just, for me, it's like look, if that, and for me, like this Chinese Malaysian guy flying to India to do business and telling them, guys, my product is $4,000. That you're crazy. In Marathi in Mumbai, you're crazy. You're this young kid, you're crazy. I say, no, this is going to be a great product. We're going to sell 5,000 of these machines every single month. Well, today we're doing around 2,800 machines now. We're not really there yet, but we did it, right? We did it. You know.
You.
Yeah, I mean, I give credit to my Indian partners as well, you know. But it's that spirit, right? That willing to punch above your belt, you know, your weight class, right? Punch above the weight class, and Porsche just has that. The Boxster is born in a financial crisis era for Porsche, and look what it is today. It's the benchmark of roadsters.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you look at the Boxster and like, wow, that's like the benchmark. It looks good, it drives well, if it's the perfect balance of comfort and sportiness,
I'm surprised, Thomas. By now, no one is saying it's all because of MX-5.
Yeah, MX-5 inspired the Boxster, the Boxster
Right.
Roadster. So they look
Yeah,
at hey, these Japanese guys know how to sell these Roadsters, right? Let's go
Yeah.
and build a Boxster, right? And I mean, there's so much stories, but I think the spirit of like punching above the weight class, the GT2 RS as well is one of it, and it's, I know the Nürburgring is like it's pointless to race the the time and everything, but still like punch and stubbornness of like say rear engine sports cars, right? They just want to keep doing it. The Boxer, the flat six, it's all of that, right? And they make it work in a financially, sustainable way.
Mm.
And I think that there's some beautiful orchestra going there. Though things are changing. We talked about it, but still, they commercially great. And then they did all this. I don't want to say, I just admire Porsche so much. And in 2015, when I got to drive my friend's Boxster S981, it's a she, right, guys? It's a she, right? She's a fast driver. Okay, the house has an E-Class. All right, there's a 5 Series. There's an Alphard. And I thought the husband drives the Porsche and the BMW. But guess what? The husband drives the Mercedes or the Alphard because he's not a driver. And she drives the Porsche Boxster. And then she's like, try lah. So I drive it. I'm like, how? It's just a roadster and it's overrated, right? And then I drive it. And I was like, good, right? Then there's a button called the Sport Plus and the Sport Exhaust button. The roof is down. And she's like, go lah, go. I'm like, go. I'm scared, leh. You try? I'm like, what is this? And I said, and it was silver. It was a GT silver with a red interior. Red colors.
The exact spec you got now.
Exact spec. And since then, the Boxster haunt everywhere I go. I'm looking for the Boxster. I'm looking for one Boxster. I go to UK. I'm looking for Boxster. I go to Australia. I'm looking for Boxster. Every time I see those two lights, I hope and pray it's a Boxster. And today I drive one of the more special Boxsters.
Tana, we're literally watching Thomas like.
Super Saiyan. Changing hair color. Sorry guys, I'm ignoring you guys and the
No,
chat.
but I think you're on point because you could pick anything to love or drive, but you got to pick the story, the emotion, because that drives your future, your life, your career. So yes, I understand.
Okay, let's go into Duke. Where's my car?
Yeah,
Yes.
so I'm going to talk about my other cars, other brands that I love. I'm going to just quickly touch it. BMW, because you can drive like a hooligan. The way it makes me feel, I can drive like a hooligan. And surprisingly, Volvo.
Volvo.
Yes, I'm so impressed with Volvo. It's you know what Volvo is? I tell you what Volvo is. Even the modern Volvos, they are honest.
Yes.
They express
Yeah.
what they want to do in the car, and they do it well.
Yes.
And thanks to Volvo, we have all these safety technologies with all our cars: 3-point seat belts, crumple zones, everything. So Volvo has contributed a lot to saving lives. So it's a brand that I really respect, and because they stuck to their guns, not because of safety, but because their philosophy is people first. People first. People in the car first. People outside the car first. Make sure if you knock the guy, you can cripple him, but you don't kill him. Very considerate guys, Volvo.
Volvo is a brand that I'm very sure I will buy into their cars again.
You know
In
what?
the
You're
near
right, no,
future.
Volvo, Bobby. I did a review, right? At first, when I got a text message from the Horizon team, you're review a Volvo S7. I want Volvo, and then I've driven it. I'm like, as a spirited driver, I'm not a fast driver. I'm just spirited driver, right? I would want a Volvo. Why? Because you have all these exciting cars. Then you got one car that you can drive and just take in you can just spend more time taking in the view
Yes.
than drive the car.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. Yeah. Okay, I want to talk about Volvo anymore, but Tana, I know you're looking at the XC60.
Don't tell.
Bye.
Yeah, I I think it's funny because of all the cars Bobby I've tested, driven, whatever.
Yeah.
Premium luxury wise, I think the Volvo sang to me interior wise. It just the interior, the feeling you get, comfort. If you're a father, as a parent, in the car, how it's just so comfortable, so quiet, so relaxed. No other car comes close. The materials they use is genuine, is real. The drive is just it's safe. I didn't tell you I was driving the XC60, and for the first time in my life I experienced this. There's a part on from your house. I mean, from somebody said towards Cheras, and the road goes like this. It jumps.
Yeah.
So I was driving, okay speed, and the car just lifted off the ground. There's nothing below because it was flat.
Yeah.
The whole steering belt grabbed me and pulled me tight, and I couldn't breathe. Wife couldn't breathe. Her breath was so. And then we were like, "What the hell happened?" And then we were going straight, and the car didn't die off. And it triggered to me that look here, there's so many instances the Volvo saves lives. So many small things, you don't notice it. It's amazing. It's really, really amazing.
Nana, the day when I got the XC60, I was driving around. I was like, what goes through my mind is that on day-to-day use, right? That car drives better than my Audi. It drives better than my Aston. It drives better than my BMW. It's just so damn nice. It's just so comfortable, so easy to drive. You corner, it corners. It's just lovely, and there's no like a sudden jerk and all that stuff. It's just beautiful. The way it drives is just beautiful. It occupies that middle spot. You don't take it to Genting Uluyang. No, don't whack it or whatever. You just use it. The 90% of the time that how you use your car, right? Volvo did that just beautifully.
Yeah.
Everything works, Thomas. Everything.
And the best part is, what I meant by honest is that they know what they want to create, and they do what they do well. They're honest. They don't try to be somebody else. And there's one thing about the Volvo that does is a secret weapon, is their bloody seats, man. Those seats. It's a bloody secret weapon. You can have the best damping system. They have a damn good seat.
By the way, I have my review is coming up with the XC60, and it's funny. I was fetching Rachel, and she asked me this in the car: what do you miss or what do you lost when you sold your Volvo and then went to an Aston Martin? Then it started going through my mind, almost apart from the sound. To be honest, apart from the sound, the amount of things that I say I lost. In my mind, I was like, what the fuck? Why you even ask me this question? Every single thing. I was like, it went through my mind. I was like, shit, I lost so many things for sound. And I'm paying so much road tax for what?
and it's not that much faster.
Yeah. I saw the comments.
You'll be surprised because we did a short drag race, a very short drag race to simulate when the lights go green.
Oh, simulate lah. Okay,
To simulate in the normal driving condition,
okay, sure.
right?
Okay,
right. You look at your left. There's an Aston. You're in a Volvo, and both of you are like, I'm gonna gun it when the lights go green. And in normal situation, it's not like you have 400 meters of empty roads to run,
sure.
right? You only have like the time period that you get is mostly like, and then that's about it, right? From the traffic light. Yeah. That video will go up and it surprised all of us. The only person that wasn't surprised is me. Because, but anyway, the video is coming up. Okay. All right. So, yeah.
Check out Bobby's YouTube channel. Right?
Yeah, it's going to come up soon. Okay, I think we should go to the next session.
Yeah. Okay, Darren says, before you want a Volvo, you want to know the Ferrari. By the way, guys, I told Bobby, I want to get a M2 competition or M2 because I missed my M2 series, and he's like, "No, don't do it. Get a Ferrari."
No, don't be Hon. Don't get two cars that are the same.
No, they're different, man. They're different. But anyway, even if they're same, you know what? I actually do really miss my M235i so much because you can drive like a freaking hooligan, and it's so easy to drive like a hooligan.
Wait till
Not
you
like
get a Ferrari.
430. We'll see. We'll
We'll
see. All right, we'll see. Darren says 430. See? Hey, what are you talking about now? It's very late. Let's play the game right now. Let's play Dude, Where's My Car? Simon, let's bring it out. Let's play Dude, Where's My Car?
All
So
right.
this is a game. This is a game. We ask Tana and Bobby what car they like, and now they have to make a choice, and you have to choose as well. You feel free to choose. I have Simon has did a great work to make you guys look good. All right, so guys, come and join us as well. Con is uttering some very vulgar words. Let's ignore him for a bit. And let us know. Join us in this game as well. So feel free to yell in the chat box. What car would you choose? All right, let's start with the first choice. The first one. You know, do you know that Aston Martin is remaking the DB5, right?
And Jaguar is remaking the E-Type.
Yes, the next car is a Jaguar E-Type remake.
Holy shit.
If money is not a problem, which car would you pick? Would you like some tea, some coffee, or some water? Both of them are like British cars. So which
I
one would you
answered, I think, in my session.
Con is uttering some swear words again. Oh my god.
DB5, man.
All right, guys, what would you pick? Sorry, Bobby is like stuck. He's lag. I think he's so excited he's lagging right now. His bandwidth cannot process this thing. Tana, what would you pick?
DB5.
Why? Oh, cause it's a Bond car, right?
It's a Bond car, you know. I think more than the E-Type. I like the non-convertible, more than the convertible. And the DB5 because it's a Bond car, you know. It's my dad. Memories my dad, you know, watching movies and stuff. So yeah, DB5.
Con says I hanky already. He's lagging. Basically, Con is like stuck. Shall we say that Con is confused?
Con is congested.
Congested. Okay. All right. Let's take a look on the chat over here. Yeah, you're right, man. There's so much memories around Bond, around that and stuff. Bobby, you're back.
Yay! My answer will have to be Jaguar.
A Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Why?
Yes. To be honest, if you look at the DB5 versus the Vantage or my Repeat and all that, right? The DB5 isn't an extremely beautiful car, even for its era, for me. The E-Type is, oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Am I live? Am I live?
Yeah, you are. It is definitely beautiful, Bobby. The one we saw, yes, it's
man, we saw one that day, right?
Yeah.
And one the drives,
Yeah.
and I almost teared. I look at the car, I'm like it's so beautiful, like the way it moves and that shape when it moves is so beautiful. It's incredible, and the interior, man.
And I feel so sad for Jaguar now. You know, Jaguar used to be a brand where they rank alongside Aston Martin, Ferraris, you know, and all that.
Yeah.
And now is oh well, there's a lot of unfortunate car brands, you know, including Maserati and all that.
Jag.
For another day.
Jag.
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 Yeah. My choice would be the E-Type.
Let's look at the chat over here. Derek says Jaguar. Jensen says the E-Type. All right. Con is swearing and say how to choose. Hey guys, we're a family show, man. We're a family show, except for all right. Lester is the Shamil says Jaguar. Kwan says Aston. Kenneson. What does Kenneson say? E-Type. This guy says both. Guys, you gotta choose, man. Come on, you gotta choose one of it.
And you know what? There was a time where Darren was restoring a DB5, and the car was there at Auto Detailer, and I did not go. I was like, wow, DB5, woo, wow, but I didn't go like, holy moly, like when I was presented with an E-Type. Yeah. But E-Type is also not the prettiest car for its era, actually.
It's daring. Come on, like it is certainly daring. You know.
There are prettier cars also.
Okay, okay, so what happened when you disconnected earlier, Bobby? We said con got confused and then it got congested.
I don't know. I don't know.
No.
I just
You get
my
the pun?
Wi-Fi.
You get the pun?
Oh,
Congested.
Fine.
Because this DB5. By the way, guys, if you are watching this, go and check out Speed Trap X on Instagram. This guy is just so passionate in cars. He just started an Instagram page and just reviewing cars. You know, like he's so check it out as well. Yeah, just shout out to that. So Con finally, after being lagging for a while, he says Jaguar, right? And after a few swearing, Aston for Lim Chung Ling, and then Harshuk Singh says Jaguar, the Jag. All right, cool. For me, the E-Type lah. It's just so pretty.
Yeah.
Like even if I can get the car running, right? If I can't manage to fix the car, just put it in my Porsche and just looking at the car. You know, I can go to my Porsche, just take a cup of coffee in the morning and sip my coffee looking at this car. I'll just sit in my. You know what? I can't drive the car. I'll sit in the car and open my journal and start doing my journal in the morning. My morning journal. I'm a happy man. All right. So that's it. Thanks for participating for this round. Tana is and Bobby is not agree to disagree. That's more.
No, I mean to me, I think the E-Type is much prettier. My choice for the DB5 was purely more an emotional one because I grew up watching Bond movies and my dad was there. My dad always talked about the DB5. So for that reason, I want the DB5, and that's also the reason why I want to get a Peugeot 504. You know, so a car from my dad, which I can't find in Malaysia, which is reasonably priced. So yeah, it's more of my dad, you know, if anything else.
The 504 is so handsome. So handsome. You know, okay, let's talk about that. Okay, never mind. Thank you so much for participating. We want to make sure we sleep earlier and let's move on to the next one. Thank you for participating. We're going to the next one. Next section, Dude, Where's My Car? Now we have to have the ugly MPVs. You know, somehow rather loves to bring ugly MPVs into this show. We bring the Sangyong Stavik.
anything but the Stavik.
Whatever the next car is,
Dude, I drove this car before, man. This car is so bloody big. It's so big. It's not even. It's. I feel like driving a boat. Okay. Next car. Oh, would you rather drive a family MPV, a Kia Carnival?
Oh my god.
The old one, this gen, the Nazar Kia thing. Okay, two very attractive MPVs.
Oh dear.
Hey,
I'll go with the Stavik. I'll go with the Stavik.
Stavik for the reason it's more design wise, it's different. You know, that's about it. You know, ugly can be unique. You know, yeah.
So you pick the Stavik.
Yeah.
If you have a family, right?
Anything
but the family guys, right? So you have to bring family guys. Right? Which car would you pick? Guys, let us know in the comments. So what would you pick? A lot of swear words coming out in the chat a bit. I think Tanya's DJ is swearing a bit.
Yes, Sangyong is based on a Merc engine, am I right?
I'm not sure. Maybe, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Is that a selling point?
Just trying to sweeten the deal.
Okay, can we roll back to the E-Type? You know what? The Toyota 2000 GT is prettier than the E-Type in my eyes.
No, guys, you don't get the part of Dude, Where's My Car? You got to between these two cars. Okay, stop negotiating your way out. All right.
Oh my god.
Okay, let us know in the chat, guys. What you guys pick? Okay, while you guys decide, right? Yeah. Okay, let's see over here.
Oh my god.
RSA Stavik got Merc engine. Tanya say screw Stavik in a non-swearing way. Derek says Kia. The last time you featured ugly MPV was with Tana. So Con, you're saying these two cars are good looking, all right. Nazaria. Okay, Con drives the MPV, so he by right has the most legit person to answer this question. Right. Okay. What do you guys pick?
I mean, if you can't be pretty, you might as well be weird. So stop it.
Yeah, exactly. Correct.
Yeah.
Stomach.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my dad had we had a NASA Ria when we were growing up. My dad was so like balls on about it. It was like, oh, good value for money, got this engine, like, and when he bought it, he's like, I regret buying this car so much.
But
Needless
the
to say,
new Carnival is amazing, bro.
oh yeah,
The-
yeah. My dad drives a Sorrento right now. He loves it. He loves it.
No, the one that's upcoming. My God, man, that car is beautiful. Yeah. The new
Mm.
Carnival. Yeah, yeah.
Con, what would you pick? Let's see what Con is going to pick. Con Wailun, let us know what you pick. All right. Vikas say my old bicycle is my pick. Hey, guys, you don't get the game. The game is going to pick either one of these two cars. Okay. Well, I would pick the Kia Carnival because I have some reminiscent of family memories in that car. All right. So you know what? If both are not so nice, pick one that gives you a good feeling. All right. So I'll definitely pick that. A lot of time spent in that car.
The funny thing is,
My dad actually had when growing up, my dad had Defenders when we were still kids. When we started to grow into adolescence, my dad started to have the the NASA, what's it called, NASA Ria, right? And it definitely made the ride much more comfortable because before that, my dad had Discovery Land Rover Discoveries, right? And those cars are not entirely comfortable, right?
My God, the more I look at the Stabby, I feel like punching it.
Colin says stomach.
I really want to punch that car. It's like,
Because it's diesel and RWD.
oh my God.
Okay, let's not trigger
Christ.
any more people in this. For this segment of Dude, Where's My Car? I think both Tana and Bobby agrees on the Sanyong Stavic. Although Bobby feels like punching the car. So every time we go out for car drives, we see a Stavic, please make sure we hold Bobby down, or not he'll do conduct vandalism, end up in jail. So
So ugly, this car. It's uglier than the Multipla, bro. It's uglier than the Multipla.
yeah, multiple has
I think the multiple is uglier than this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, makes me angry.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Okay, finally, last but not least, we talk about the three block thing, the SUV that's the coming of the future. So if you have to pick an SUV, right? Would you pick Simon? Let's go with the first one. Alfa Romeo Stelvio. We're talking about the Quadrifoglio. Look at the Quadrifoglio stuck on the car, This car, by the way, what's the specs on this car. What's the horsepower? And it's the Quadrifoglio engine from the Giulia, isn't it?
Yes, 510.
Yeah, 510 horsepower, right? 2.9 liter, right? Okay, this Alfa Romeo. Oh, and let us know, guys, what you guys would pick, or would you get the DBX?
Yo,
DBX.
DBX lah.
DBX, the Stelvio is freaking ugly, way. The Stelvio is
with 542 horsepower. Not much difference in horsepowers, but
yeah.
what you pick?
DBX.
Let us know in the comment below.
There's no challenge, bro. There's no challenge.
No contest. No contest. Yeah.
No contest, bro.
Contest.
Both the DBX.
Yeah,
No contest.
obviously.
Of course.
Why?
The Stelvio is an ugly piece of shit, way. Yeah. So ugly, way, the Stelvio.
Or let me ask you a question,
Yes.
Thomas. If you hide the badge of the Alfa Romeo on the Stelvio and put a Hyundai badge there, would you believe it's a Hyundai?
Probably.
There you go.
Actually, if you put a Hyundai badge on the Aston
No,
Martin DBX.
Yeah, on the Aston Martin, because it's a Genesis SUV here.
Yeah, you're right.
But you know what? Actually, no. Actually, I answered the question no, Tana, because the Stelvio has the Alfa Romeo, the V front,
real.
right? Yeah.
It's out of proportion, is out of everything. It's just, it doesn't work like the design.
I think the
It's just
rims makes it look so weird.
No, it's horrible. They just grafted a sedan face onto, you know, when you upload a picture to a badly designed website where they pull everything up, not disproportionately. That's how the Stelvio looks, man. It's horrible. The DBX is like the most beautiful SUV out there.
Wait, let's look at some of the comments over here. Darren, although late
Yeah,
reply,
no challenge.
Darren says Stavic. Wow, okay. Let's do it. Bengxin. Bengxin is saying Thomas is provoking people to swear. I think that's the whole point of Dude, Where's My Car, isn't it? We actually had a chat in the group chat, right? They say you should change your day, where's my car? Or Con has a Chinese swear word start with D-I-U, and then where's my car? All right.
I like Con's message. I'll take the multiplier over Starvik.
Oh no, come
There you go.
on. No. Okay, let's continue. I'm getting triggered with that. Okay. So DBX from Derek. Thanks for tuning in all the time, Derek. I'll give you a shout out over there. Consis DBX, Tanis, a lot of DBX, Jensen. Where is my Italian friends? Where are you going? You know?
Nah.
Wow. So many DBX.
Yep.
Consis,
challenge.
the Aston reminds me of his S Max. All right, Vikas say the Stelvio because it probably drives better. Have you guys driven both of this? What do you say about the driving experience? I know you've driven the DBX, right, Bobby?
Yeah.
How it drives?
Well, first of all, I mean, the DBX drives brilliant, but it's one whole size larger than the Stelvio. The DBX is Bentayga size. Yeah,
I heard they built the DBX from a race car platform on upwards.
No, it's an independent platform. It's not based on any car. It was designed for this car. Yeah. So the Stelvio is from the Giulia platform. So yeah. Probably it will be more agile because it's smaller. All right. But
if you need the SUV to get around, and
yeah. But the Alfa Romeo interior will be worse than the Mazda interior, bro. So
what?
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Not a lot of Alfa Romeos in Malaysia, so I wouldn't know that. Yeah. Okay. Con says driving experience AMG V8 Con. Okay, sorry. Come on, man! It's a family show. Nicer than any V6. It's not a family show. Let's be honest, it's not a family show. All right. So, all right. So for this round, many of you guys like the DBX. Some of you like the Alphas. All right. Thanks for participating. For this round of Dude, Where's My Car? We have DBX as the champion of the choice of this Dude, Where's My Car? All right. So that's the 3 Dude, Where's My Car? You know what I should be doing? I should actually, you know what I'm going to do? I feel like doing one talk here, and I just bring some of the Evo Club guys and just 1 hour of Dude, Where's My Car? And just stress everyone out.
Yeah, sure.
I think they stress everyone out or just drool for 1 hour, whatever, whichever. All right. Anyways, I hope you guys are having fun. Tana, Bobby, I hope you guys are having fun. You guys having fun?
Yep. I just look at the stats over here. 7.2 seconds, 0 to 100 for the Stelvio, and 4.5 for the DBX. Bro.
You're looking at the Stelvio, not the Quadrifoglio, man. Look at the Quadrifoglio.
Okay.
Yeah, come on. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're getting a little bit late. Hope you guys are having fun. Let us know what you guys are enjoying about this show. Let's put it back to a normal format again. All right, it's been fun. Every Friday we do talk here, and then we always talk about cars. We try to bring entertainment in a very different form. And next week we're gonna have Mr. Average Savings.
Yay!
Yeah. Some of you may not know him. If you go to Horizon page, every time there is a sharing about what good deal of the day, he always shows up. Not only with average savings of the day, he now tells you what can you buy with those savings.
When you get him on your show, Thomas, ask him to show you his picture of his car that got on a calendar in Japan. So his car was so cool that it got to a calendar.
Yeah, so, and nice guy. I met him in also Evo Enduro. When I was leaving Thailand, we were pumping petrol station in the same petrol station. I looked, I was like, oh my god, look at the S2000. Right, that was so beautiful. So yeah, let's up more in the next week of next Friday, 10 p.m. We're going to do Talk Gear with Mr. Average Savings. Right. So thanks for
All
joining in,
right.
guys. All right,
Thank
let's have a
you.
good rest. Thanks, Bobby, for joining. Thanks,
Bye, Thomas.
Tana.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye, Bobby.
you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Have a
Good
good
night,
rest.
everybody.
Love you guys as always. Should be 100%.
All right.
We're gonna go to sleep right now. Peace out. Cheers.
Bye.